Y'all stop trying to pour life into these dead relationships. Listen to me when I say that. I'm going to say it again. Stop trying to pour life into these dead relationships. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, let me explain a little bit further. Okay? I'm talking about the relationships where you are putting more energy into growing, building, and maintaining that relationship than they are. I'm talking about the relationships where you are focused on trying to heal the parts of those relationships that need to be healed, but yet the other person seems to be okay with it. You know, I run for the door the minute somebody say, well, this is just who I am, so you better take it or leave it. Honey, I'm leaving it, okay? Because here's the thing. A person who's not willing to grow is a dead person to me, and I don't want to deal with it, okay? I want to show y'all something real fast. Let's see if I can get you a good view right here. This is San Fernando Valley here in California, right? And look at this. Look at that. Look at all those people out there. And it's just one little small valley here in California. But it's symbolic, baby. Look out there. All those houses, all those businesses, all those people, right? So when you sit up here in a dead relationship, what you're doing is you're communicating to God, you're communicating to the universe, and more importantly, you're communicating to yourself that somehow or another you don't believe that better or more exists, okay? Anytime you continue to pour into a dead relationship, that's a scarcity mindset. Because here's the thing, if you truly knew within your heart and hearts and within your spirit to spirit, that somehow or another there was somebody out there, multiple somebodies out there who are willing to pour into you at the level that they are, who's willing to pour into you at the level that you're willing to pour into them. If you knew that, would you still be pouring into that dead relationship? If you knew that there was somebody out there who could treat you as good as you treat them, would you still be willing to tolerate the mistreatment from that person who doesn't seem to see your worth? No, you wouldn't do that. You'd be running for the door. The only time we continue to pour into dead spaces and dead people in our life is when we don't know that more exists. But I'm here to tell you today, baby, that there's somebody out there who's looking for you. And how do we know it? Because you exist, baby. If you can exist in all your greatness and all your wonder and all your glory, then what makes you think that God of the universe, this flies out here, baby, that God of the universe would only create you? Baby, there are many yous out here. But when you sit up here dealing with these old, pardon my language, these old nothing ass people, these old emotionally immature people, these people who don't know how to value themselves, therefore they could never value a prize as beautiful as you are. If you keep on doing that, what you're doing is you're denying yourself access to those people who can truly value you. You hear where I'm going with this, baby? Tag some people on this. Y'all got some girlfriends. Y'all got some sons, some daughters. Y'all got some mothers, some fathers who need to hear this right now. People sitting out here pouring into dead relationships, and it's ripping them apart. They put so much energy into dead relationships that they become depleted, and the only way that they try to fill themselves back up is with drinking or with eating. Some of those people who wearing all this extra weight, if you know right now, who's eating unhealthy, who's not taking care of themselves, a lot of them are wearing dead relationships. If they let go of those dead relationships, you'd be surprised how fast those pounds would fall off. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? They're eating their pain, you know? But let's not just focus on them, baby, because some of y'all are wearing your pain, and as a way to soothe you in dealing with that dead relationship, you go out shopping all the time, thinking if you look good, we won't see just how dead you are on the inside from dealing with that nothing ass person who continues to mistreat you. Some of y'all are trying to work your dead relationships away. Where y'all work just so you don't have to go home to deal with that person who you know ain't good for you, baby. They can't offer you nothing but a heartache. And what I'm here to tell you today is, baby, that it is up to you if you get out of those dead relationships. What you become and what you encounter in this life is directly reflective of what you choose. You hear where I'm going with that? You know? If you're in a dead relationship, baby, that's on you. That's your choice to be there, but it's also your choice to get out of it. There is so much life to live. So many better people out there. You got to believe that for yourself. You really do have to believe that for yourself. Just because you may not see them in front of you doesn't mean they don't exist. And here's the reality. Some of y'all ain't seeing that person in front of you right now because the fact is you haven't made room in your life. Let's touch on that for a second before I close out. You know, these people see you out in the street, in the grocery store. They see you online, they see you wherever, and they're like, oh, I would love to get to know her. Then they scroll a little further, or they look a little close and they see, ooh, but she hanging out with him. Ooh, but she attached to her. Ooh, that's her man? Oh, that's the kind of people she into? Oh, nah, we ain't at the same level. You see what I'm saying? You got to be careful who you let be around you, who you let into your space, because people start defining you by those people. You heard that? They do. So they start saying, oh, that's what you deal with? I'm good. I don't think that we're in the same league if she can tolerate that kind of person. I don't think that we need to be friends if she hanging with her. So when I tell you to let go of those dead relationships, baby, honey, that literally raises your vibration so you can attract better. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I'm learning. I'm telling you what I'm implementing, baby. I ain't never claimed perfection in my life. God knows I haven't. But what I have done is I have committed my life to teaching you the lessons that I've learned and teaching you the lessons that I'm learning. And this is the lesson that I'm learning, baby. I'm in a shedding phase of my life. Let me put this hat on me right quick, baby. Hold on, because how does I don't know what? And switch my arms, too, baby. It's so hot out here. Oh, Jesus. Got to get my keys right. All right. I'm going to hold it on this arm. I can't do all that. Anyway, I'm in a shedding phase of my life right now. I am shedding away anybody and anything that does not feed me, that does not serve me, okay? Half-ass friendships got to go. Nothing-ass men, child, you know they gotta go. Baby, if I'm bringing more to the table than you bring to the table, baby, then we at the wrong table, baby. Because you gotta go too, baby. If you can't add to me in the way that I add to you, baby, then you ain't gonna be in my life, period, dot, in the story, and certainly no apologies. Why? Because I'm not pouring into dead places. In my mind, I consider a dead place anyone and anything that, frankly, it cannot pour into me at the level that I can pour into them, period. You know, now I know sometimes people writing, oh, but MJ, should we be helping people? Shouldn't everybody can give you what you can give to them. Child, shut that shit up. Pardon my language, baby. But that's some bullshit. I'm going to call that out. I know that you may have heard that from your pulpit, heard that in your place of worship, read that in some self-help book, baby, but everything deserves to be applied with context, okay? And the context you need is this, is that there's a time for giving and there's a time for receiving. And some of y'all have put too much energy into giving. Let's just call that out, okay? In relationships, you should be giving and receiving back. But some of y'all been just pouring. And somehow or another, you have glorified your pain. You glorified your sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? You've glorified these unreciprocated dynamics, you know, in order to make you feel good about being in a dynamic that has never been healthy for you. I say this, if you want to give, if you want to pour into people who can't pour into you, join a charity, join a nonprofit, put your energy there. But when it comes to your relationships, the people that you spend time with, the people that you give energy to, they need to be able to pour back into you. You know, in the Bible, even if you don't believe in the Bible, I think that this is just a word of wisdom. It talks about not being an unequally yoked relationship. So yoke is basically, it's like a device. I don't even think they use them no more. That they would put on like an ox or cattle, 2 of them at a time, as they were pulling things through the field. And so the yoke would allow them to be able to pull something together. You see what I'm saying? They can pull things together. They're combining their strength. So if you had one cattle who was bigger than the other, or one who couldn't move as fast as the other, the yoke would be unbalanced, and one of the cattle would end up pulling more weight than the other, which could harm them. It could really harm them. And so that's almost a metaphor for life. It really is. Your relationships, you should not be unequally yoked with them. If we can't pull this relationship with the same level of energy, fervor, and passion, then we don't need to be in relationship. You need to be in a relationship with somebody who's equally yoked with you, and I need to be in a relationship with someone who's equally yoked with me. That's professionally, that's personally, that's romantically, that's in every single respect. Here's another thing before I close this thing out. We need to stop apologizing for the standards that we have within our relations. Let me let these young men go by me so I can talk. All right?
And the reality is,
we need to stop apologizing for this. Because some of y'all, as I'm telling you this, y'all got people coming to your mind right now, people you need to let go of. You do. You got people coming to your mind right now. Ooh, child, when I think of this, as MJ talking, I'm thinking about Geraldine. Ooh, I love her to death. Bless her heart. You know how we say bless her heart? That means about to read up a filth. Bless her heart. She's a kind person. Salt of the earth. I mean, just really just a good person. But child, the bitch drained me. Y'all know that's what we be saying, right? Child, she call you up and she just drain you. She just talk about everything wrong with her. She'll never ask me about myself. Let Geraldine go, baby. It's not your job to be her therapist. Geraldine got health insurance. Tell her to call a therapist. Y'all are not equally yoked. Y'all thinking about, you know, who I always talk about, Tony's nothing ass. Child, people say, who's Tony? Tony is just a made up figure that represents a man who's draining you. Well, baby, he's inconsistent. He's unreliable. The only time he halfway act right in a relationship is when he think he gonna lose you. You hear where I'm going? Child, you deserve so much more than that, baby. Okay? But I care about him. He went through things. You know how we try to justify, you know, us being there for other people. But they been through things. And they had a hard life. You know, they daddy hurt them. You know, they brother died. Okay? Well, you've been through things too. And somehow or another, you have managed to still be a reliable, accountable person who can pour into relationships in a fair and equal way. Why can't they? How about that, sugar? You see where I'm going with that? We got to stop making excuses for people and stop apologizing for letting them go, baby. Will it hurt to let them go? Sure. But will it hurt more to hold on to a dead relationship? Absolutely. Because we are the direct reflection of our relationships. The energy that you are pouring into a dead relationship is taking energy away from building you up. Okay? It is. I want a relationship that builds me up, friendships and otherwise, baby. Pour into me, baby. Pour into me. I need somebody when I'm on my down days, I can call them up and they can pour into me just like I can pour into them. I want someone who can love me the way that I can love them. I want someone who can be in my corner, not somebody who always got their hand out. I need you. I need you. Ooh, Lord, don't send me no man who need me, baby. Send a man who he literally can pour into me at the level that I can pour into him. And we don't need one another, but our lives certainly benefit from having one another. There's a distinction and there's a difference. I don't want no needy ass man. That's in business. That's in personal relations. That's in everything, baby. So anyway, here's what I want you to do. All right? I want you today, if there's a person who came to mind as I was talking to y'all about this, I want you to go ahead and I want you to give yourself 7 days to make a plan to get them out your life. And sometimes getting them out your life may just mean cutting them back. So I know someone's saying, well, baby, you talking about my kids. Because that little, my daughter, Sarah, I mean, frankly, I wouldn't have chose if I could have. You know, I mean, she just, oh, God, Lord, she's draining. You say, so MJ, how am I supposed to get rid of my kids? I'm not saying get rid of your kids, baby. But I am saying that you can change the dynamic of your relationship with them. Maybe you don't need to be talking to them every day on the phone because every day you seem to talk to them, they drain you and they ask for something. They grown. Let them navigate life, baby. How about you say, I'm going to talk to them once a week. Once a week. And the minute that they get to asking, I'm going to get to going. I'm leaving this phone. That's a good boundary. You know? So I want you to make a plan on what you can do to either end that relationship with that person who's draining you, that dead relationship, or make a plan on what kind of boundaries are you going to put in place. All right? And if you feel so free, feel so open, feel so transparent, because I always say there's sickness in secrets, but there's transformation in transparency. Okay? That's why I share so much with y'all. I mean, shoot, last week, y'all saw live on camera. Y'all saw on camera. I say live on camera, meaning that the video was shot straight through. You know, it wasn't no stopping, no going. It was real. Y'all saw on camera me confronting the person who raped me. Okay? So you know I believe in transparency because I know there's transformation in that. So if you feeling like you really want to activate your power, comment below on this video and let me know what changes were brought up in your mind through watching this video. What are you going to do as a result of this video? Comment below and let me know that. Because here's why I think you should do that. Because there's someone out there where the change that you're willing to acknowledge out loud is the change that they need to make. And so by you writing that out, you're going to give them strength to do it for themselves. You are. You're going to empower them. Let me take this hat off, baby, so you can see all this glowing melanin. Y'all see this whole body, baby. So you comment below and say that. Let me know what changes you can make in your life as a result of this. And of course, click share so that other people can get this message, baby. I love y'all to death. If you're watching me on Facebook, make sure you follow me. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you're not watching me on YouTube, go to YouTube right now, www.watchmjharris.com, and subscribe, because I have some new content coming out on there, baby, that you will only be able to get there, baby. You hear where I'm going? YouTube been so good to me. And so we're growing our relationship. Because, see, YouTube ain't a dead relationship. They pour into me, so I pour into them. How about that, honey? So anyway, y'all have a good one, babies. I love you to death. Like I said, stop giving energy to dead relationships. There's so much life out here, and you deserve better.